Alright, we're going to do a quick review of the Glock 17. I just purchased this roughly about 2 months ago. I haven't even fired it yet. Read around where I guess to properly break this pistol in, you probably need to go ahead and fire at least 250 to 300 rounds through it. So I probably want to try to do that when I get a little bit more time. Probably within the next week or so, I'm gonna try to get out there to the range and hammer a few through it. Just want to go over a couple things. I know that Glocks are pretty much great right out of the box. Not really much you need to do in the way of modifications. Well, according to a lot of guys that really use this weapon for their profession. I contacted Larry Vickers from Vickers Tactical. I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with him, but he's a former Delta operator for the United States Army. And anything he says, pretty much I trust. I mean, if it's good enough for Special Forces, D operators, Delta, it's good enough for me. I'm sure he has plenty of experience and plenty of knowledge regarding the Glock firearm. So let's go over a few things that I did in regards to modification. One of the first things I've done, and by the way, this weapon is clear. There's no magazine in it, and there's not one in the chamber. Everything's clear. Safety check is always good. Safety check should come first. But real quick, the first thing I did was I polished the barrel lug. That was a black coating, so kind of, I don't know if you can see that well there, but it's kind of a mirror finish. So that, I like the way that looks compared to just the all black. And also did the actual tip too, so the very first 3 millimeters there, if you can see that, that's been polished. So I kind of like the way that looks as well. That's the first thing I did, was the barrel. Kind of did a little bit of barrel work, getting that polished. And this is strictly for cosmetics. It's not gonna affect how the weapon performs or anything like that. The second thing I did, it's kind of made my own custom grips here. I just basically got a piece of cardboard, made a little template, and kind of made my own little inserts out of this grip tape here. Worked out pretty good. Now the grip tape is a little aggressive, so it's kind of rough on your hands, but I think over time that's going to kind of smoothen out a little bit. So I did that side, and then you can look here and see I've done that side as well. This side I did 2 pieces. I did this one here and the one here. So yeah, that was the second modification along with the barrel. The last thing I did was put in the Glockmeister plug from Glockmeister, I believe. I think that's the name of it. Well, I still think it says there. Let's see here. Can I get that to focus? Glockmeister, I believe. Anyway, Larry Vickers actually definitely endorses that, because if you get any kind of dirt or debris down in this little hole here, I mean, you get any kind of trash inside the action, pretty much your weapon's useless at that point. So, like I said, anything he says, as far as I'm concerned, regarding Glocks, I'm going to listen to it. And that's pretty much it. I haven't done anything in the way of the trigger or the slide release. I was thinking about getting a slide release that kind of extends out a little bit further and makes it a little easier to hit the slide release, but I'm not totally sure if I'm going to even do that right now. Another thing that I sent a message to Larry Vickers personally, and that was asking about the replacement of the plastic guide rod. Should I go with a stainless steel one or run the factory Glock guide rod? And he said, definitely, without a doubt, just run the factory one. So the factory one stays in. Like I said, haven't shot it yet. Get out to the range and go ahead and break it in. If you guys have any comments, questions, feel free to leave them on my page.